All right, welcome back, everybody. Been a little bit. I'm bringing back the scary animation reacts. So let's get right into it. First video I believe is WANSEE Entertainment. Yes, it is. Shout out to him. Link in description to all these people. Let's get right into it.
Hello, my name is Jim.
I hope this is loud enough.
What I'm about to tell you is the first truly mysterious experience of
Should
my
be.
life. One that I still have a hard time believing, even today. This
All right.
happened back in 2008, when I was
Ooh.
about 8 years old.
Okay, he's
At
8.
the time,
So
I
like, how old are you, bro?
was staying at my grandmother's house.
Grandma's
It was
house?
late at
Okay.
night, close to bedtime.
She got you in the
My
PG.
grandmother had already gone into her room to sleep,
Yeah.
and I was in the living room,
Creepy
planning
grandma.
to fall asleep while watching cartoons on TV.
Okay. I want to add in my own stories to these. See, I grew up with my grandma. She always lived with me. So, like a personal babysitter. So I never got the staying over at grandma's house thing as a kid. I mean, I used to stay at my papa's and other grandma's house, but no, not just grandma's house, I guess. I don't know. I never had like that movie feeling or like the TikToks are like when all the cousins would go to grandma's house and wake up to breakfast. Never had that. Always lived with that, so I guess I never really got to feel that unique feeling
Then
that he's feeling
something
right now,
entered
but he's
my
alone.
field of vision, something I still remember vividly. The bathroom door was slightly open. Inside the dark bathroom,
Okay, I'm gonna cut off again. I will say, at my other grandma's house, uh, they used to have this old timey clock that like you can't hear it. My mic's not picking up, but like tick, the loud tick. It was weirdly enough the most creepiest thing ever. You're sitting there trying to sleep, you're like, all you hear is that ticking noise. Weird
white
atmosphere.
cloth gently swaying. At first, I assumed it was just a white towel hanging on the doorknob. But then
That's
I
fair.
wondered,
Little
how
kid
was it
me would have been
moving?
tripping.
Still, I didn't think much of it. I
Nah.
kept watching TV, and
I would have been like,
eventually I got sleepy
Mama,
and walked
Mama,
to the kitchen
please.
to pour myself a glass of milk.
That's
and
what I would have
carried
been
it
doing.
back to the living room.
I would have been freaking out.
At some point, the cartoon ended. I turned off the TV, and then
Better little
turned
kid
off
than
the
me.
living room
I would have been
lights.
freaking out,
That
dude.
was when
I would have been gone.
noticed something. In the darkness, the white cloth in the bathroom was still there, still swaying.
No.
That's when I felt that something wasn't right. I slowly walked toward the bathroom, and in that moment, through the crack of the open door, I saw something inside. It looked like a black foot. What stood out?
I got chills, bro. That's just grandpa. It's just
the most
grandpa,
was the
dude.
Skin. It looked extremely dry, almost cracked. It wasn't moving. It was just standing there.
Shut the door.
Still.
Just shut the
That was when I
door.
realized how strange the
Shut the door.
situation really was. I
Lock it.
sprinted to my grandmother's room and shook her awake. I tried to explain what I had seen.
Hey,
She brushed it
grandma, this is a monster.
off, telling
She brushed it off. Heck nah. Dude, if I'm a grandparent and my little kid or my grandson, whoever, Grandpa, there's a monster in the bathroom. I went back. What? Excuse me? I'm freaking out too.
me I must have imagined it. But I was sure of what I saw.
L, Grandma.
I had seen dry
L,
human
Grandma.
skin, completely drained of color.
L,
I
Grandma.
described every detail, but she didn't believe me.
That's just Grandpa.
Eventually, I went back to the living room and lay down on the couch.
I would have gotten Grandma's
Trying to
bed
sleep.
with her, dude.
That's when I saw
Held
it.
up.
A dark shadow was
No.
moving across the
No.
ceiling. The
No,
idea
no,
of a shadow
no.
appearing on the ceiling was hard enough to accept, but the fact that it seemed to be walking made it far more terrifying. There was nothing I could do. I closed my eyes and pretended to
Nothing
be
you could
asleep.
do.
When I opened them
Run to your
again,
grandma's
it was
house.
morning.
Your
My
grandma's
grandmother
room,
was
man.
awake, feeding the dog.
Oh,
Only
little puppy.
then did I remember what had happened that night. I went to check the bathroom.
Okay,
but
there being a dog there, changes it. You see, I would have just got the dog and had the dog sleep by me, and I would have been fine.
there was nothing there.
A dog's gonna
towel,
do something.
Nothing white. Nothing that could have explained what I saw. That night has remained a mystery, and nearly 18 years later, what I saw is still burned clearly into my memory. So I still ask myself, whose foot was it that I saw?
I'm gonna be honest on that one. That could have easily just been your imagination. It's dark out. The towel, that could have been a breeze from a vent blowing the towel, and you thought something in the bathroom was that. And a car could have been driving by making that shadow on the ceiling. Yeah, that one was probably just kid imagination. All right, for the next animation, we have MJV Animations. Love this guy. Let's get right into it. This is it's just true Home Alone and Night Shift scary stories.
My parents had gone to the Keys for a week-long vacation. We lived just outside of Tampa in a quiet suburban neighborhood where every driveway looked the same. Palm trees out front, stucco walls, and lawns that always smelled faintly of cut grass.
Okay.
They left early.
I love the smell of cut grass, like fresh.
My dad made a joke about me holding down the fort, and my mom told me not to invite anybody over.
Hold down the fort, son.
To anyway. It was just going to be me and my dog Max.
He said he's like 9? Yeah, bro. I would have freaked out. Even if I had my dog, Tubby, which is my dog, I still would not feel safe.
Who was more like a brother than a pet.
Max. Max looks chill.
Played Xbox, ate junk food.
First playing FIFA.
And fell asleep watching YouTube. The weird part didn't start until the second night.
But watch YouTube on your Xbox.
I was on the couch scrolling through Reddit when Max lifted his head and gave this low growl. Not a bark.
Nah. Because see, that right there, that is attack stance. That dog's tweaking. Could be nothing, but I would not take the chance. I get my phone, but no, please.
First, I figured it was the rain.
No. I'd freaked out instantly, bro.
Sometimes shakes the windows. When I muted the TV, I realized it wasn't thunder. It was a tapping sound. I don't know exactly.
Ding,
like somebody
ding,
brushing their fingers against the door.
Ding,
I froze. I told myself it could have been the wind hitting the screen door, or maybe a frog.
Imagine a sound like that.
That sometimes jumped on the glass at night. But Max was staring directly at the door now.
Oh, he's shaking.
Ears pointed, muscles stiff. I stood up, heart thudding, and peeked through the blinds. The porch light was on. Nothing. No car in the driveway and no movement. But still, something felt wrong. I double-checked the locks in the front and back doors, shut every window, and went back to the couch. Max stayed alert for another 10 minutes before finally laying his head back down.
Okay.
I didn't
W
realize
dog.
Then, but that was just the beginning.
W dog.
The next day was
my
hot,
headset was hurting my head. I had to move it.
Humid. The kind of air that sticks to your skin. I spent the afternoon throwing a ball with Max in the backyard.
Okay. The pup time.
From last night.
Yeah, no, I would have been tweaking.
Around 3 p.m., I noticed the side gate was open. My dad always kept it
padlocked. Nope.
I walked over and saw the latch was bent. Like
okay. Hold on. I've never understood these gates because that is a short gate, dude. What is a padlock gonna do? Someone's easily jumping that,
or something.
Climbing over it.
That's when the
something easily.
I called my parents right away.
Easily.
My dad told me it was probably just the landscapers who forgot to close it. Don't stress, he said. Just keep the dog inside and lock up at night.
Dad would have been.
That's what I did.
As a dad, I would have been tweaking.
When I made sure every door was locked, curtains were closed, and lights off, except for one lamp in the living room. Max laying beside the couch, half asleep, but twitching his ears every few seconds. Around 1 a.m., I heard it again.
Nope.
Tapping sound. But this time, it wasn't the front door. It came from the sliding glass door that led to
the I thought I was about to say it was his bedroom door.
Softer than before, like somebody was running a fingernail across the glass. Max exploded into barking, the kind that rattles your chest. I jumped up, grabbed my phone, and flicked on the porch light. For a split second, flash. I saw somebody dart away from the door.
Ding dong ditches, bro.
Couldn't see his face, but I caught a white t-shirt, dark shorts, and a glint.
What's he hiding?
Flashlight.
My
stomach dropped. I called 911 immediately.
Oh, see, hey, you know what to do.
Even though my voice was shaking. The dispatcher told me to stay inside and keep the doors locked, and that an officer would be there soon. It took them about 15 minutes to arrive.
That cop's not backing in. They're whipping it in there.
The cop checked around the yard, found nothing but a few footprints in the sands near the fence, and told me it was probably a prowler. Happens sometimes, he said, especially around the weekends.
A prowler?
That night,
but the cop should have at least stayed there with the kid alone. Jeez.
Max. By Sunday, I was
if I was a cop, I would have stayed there for a little bit.
House before dark, locked the doors twice, and even blocked the sliding door with a broom handle.
This is a smart kid.
I turned off the lights and went to bed. Max curled up beside my bed like always. I woke up to the sound of gravel crunching. It took me a second to register what it was. Driveway. Somebody was walking up the driveway.
He ain't got no shoes on, bro.
Unmistakable creak of the side gate opening. My heart slammed into my
It's just
chest.
his friend messing with him.
Grabbed the aluminum bat
Okay.
I kept on my bed.
He's a slugger.
Max was already up.
Jeez.
Hackles raised, teeth bared. The footsteps moved slowly across the backyard, then stopped right outside my bedroom window. Then another sound. Whisper. It was faint, muffled through the wall, but I swear I heard somebody say,
Is he talking to
"Come
someone?
here, boy."
Oh!
Max went ballistic.
Come here,
He
boy.
jumped at the window,
Oh
barking
my
so loud
God.
it made my ears ring.
Max wants to kill that
The
thing.
voice vanished. I waited for what felt like an
Dude,
hour.
this dude's so
Every muscle in my
persistent.
body tense, but no more signs.
Like, dude, if someone's breaking into someone's house, like, I don't know, but I feel like if every time you do it and you just hear that big dog barking, I feel like you're gonna leave the house alone. Oh my God.
At dawn,
All right. After that Gooner ad, we're
walked
back.
outside with Max.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what that game was about. Looked kinda Goonerish. Why's he got his dogs out?
That's when I knew this wasn't random. Whoever this was, they wanted inside. I didn't want to tell my parents because I knew they'd cut their trip short. But by Monday
Bro,
night, I was exhausted.
I would have been
grumpy, and
snitching.
ready for it to be over. Fell asleep around midnight with Max on the floor beside the bed. Around 3 a.m., the sound that woke me up wasn't tapping this time. It was
Oh
literally
no.
glass shattering.
Oh
Sliding
no.
door. I bolted upright. Max lunged out of the room before I could grab him.
Oh
barking like a maniac.
shoot.
My heart pounded so hard I thought I would pass out. I
Get the
heard
bat.
footsteps.
Get the
Somebody
bat.
running inside the house. The air smelled like wet grass and sweat. I grabbed my phone and the bat.
Ugh. This boy smelled like BO2.
Max, I whispered. But
Max.
his barking drowned me out.
Max.
Then came a thud. A
Doof.
man's voice.
Doof.
Low, angry, and close. Shut up, dog. The sound of a struggle. I turned the corner just in time to see a man in a dark hoodie and jeans in the living room, wrestling with Max.
Max
I
is
was
gonna.
thinking something.
No!
Maybe a crowbar.
Ah!
Max
Get that
had
bat.
on his arm, though,
Get that
refusing to
bat.
let go.
Get that. Oh.
The man yelled
I have
in
this
pain and
plugged
slammed
in.
Max against the coffee table,
Oh.
but Max didn't stop. He kept biting, growling, and dragging the man backward.
Oh my God,
He was running
Max.
with the shoulder.
Oh
I
shoot.
charged and swung the bat as hard as I could. It hit his shoulder with a crack.
Dang.
And he screamed, stumbling toward the door. He yanked free, bolted out the shattered.
No, he's not doing that. He's not doing that. That dog was just tearing at him for like 10 minutes, and then you're like, ding, 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 ding. Oh, no, sound like it's a meta bat. Ting, ting, ting. You ever accidentally hit yourself with a meta bat? It hurts so bad. Force swing to the shoulder and the back of the head. You're gone.
And disappeared into the yard.
You're gone.
I slammed the broom handle back into the track, locked the door as best I could, and called 911.
I was doing nothing.
Voice cracked so bad that the dispatcher had to ask me to repeat the address twice. When the cops arrived, the guy was gone. They found a trail of blood leading across
Oh
the
my
yard to the
gosh.
fence. Then nothing. Max had a cut on his ear and a
Aw,
limp, but he
poor
was alive.
Max.
The police stayed for over an hour, taking fingerprints, photos, and everything. One officer told me I was lucky the dog was there. That could have been a lot worse. I didn't argue.
Max is a
My
hero.
parents got home that afternoon. My mom broke down crying when she saw the broken door, and my dad hugged me tighter than he ever had before. For the next few days, the police patrolled the neighborhood.
All I know is I know Max was getting every snack, any
A few
toy he
houses
wanted.
nearby had reported somebody trying to break in over the past week, mostly during late hours, always when people were home alone. 2 days later, I got a call from the detective handling the case.
You did?
They had caught him. A man in his late 20s had been arrested just a few neighborhoods over after trying to force his way into yet another house. He matched my description. Same hoodie, same build, and had deep bite marks on his forehead.
Ooh.
He had priors for burglary and assault. When they asked how he got hurt, he said a dog went psycho on him. Damn right he did. It's been 10 years since that night, but I still live with the image burned into my memory. The man's silhouette in the dark, Max's fur bristling, the sound of glass breaking. People always talk about instincts, but I think animals sense evil before we do. Max knew from
Yeah.
the very first tap on the door that something wasn't right. Unfortunately, he died 3 years ago. Old and tired, but
Bro.
still protective to the end. I buried him under the oak tree in our backyard. Same yard where he saved
Max
my
was
life.
a hero.
I Every once in a while, I'll wake up in the middle of the night when the wind rattles the window or the rain hits the glass, and I'll think about that summer. The broken gate, the whisper outside. And I'll remember how close I came to being another name in a newspaper headline.
That, oh, we were
If it hadn't been for a
16.
dog
Okay.
who refused to back down.
Dang, dude. That sucks. The dog, I mean, the dog lived a long life, but you, see, that's why I always figured I could handle if someone broke in my house. I have weapons, you know. I think I'd be able to defend myself good, get the cops called and everything. But then it's like, how do you feel safe in your house again when someone did that? I feel like the trauma of those events would ruin your house. Okay, we're on to the last one. It is IMR Scary Tales. Let's get into it. These are clown stories. Woo. My girlfriend hates this. She hates clowns. Can't stand them.
Old when this happened, and it took place in a quiet neighborhood in Normal, Illinois.
Okay.
In a small town on a street where
This guy's voice is... He sounds scared already.
It was a rainy afternoon in early fall. My mom had gone on what she called a quick errand, and told me that I would be fine by myself for a little while. I remember sitting on the
I do remember when my parents finally let me be alone in the house. I had my sister, my older sister. She's only 10 months older. But when we finally got to be home alone, it felt so cool. I honestly don't ever remember being scared. I've never had a bad Home Alone experience, so I can't say anything.
Rain tapped steadily against the windows. The house felt unusually quiet, and the gray light outside made everything look dim and flat. At some point, the TV screen glitched. The picture froze, the audio warped into static, and then the screen went black.
Ugh.
I sat there staring at it, waiting for it to come back on. That was when something red drifted past the living room window.
This definitely
First,
isn't
I thought
true,
it was
but
just a reflection from a passing car or something
Nah.
outside. But then it floated past again, slower this time. It was
Pennywise,
on the
bro.
road. It moved from left to
Tweaking.
right,
I've been watching
just
these all
outside the
day.
glass, bobbing slightly.
I keep checking behind me.
That was when I noticed that the living room window was not fully closed. It was open just enough for the rain to blow in. I remember feeling confused because I knew I had not opened it, and I was sure my
The
mom had
gulping?
closed all the windows before she left.
Is that a
Decided to do.
ghost?
The balloon drifted inward.
Oh.
It slid through the opening
Okay.
and floated gently into the room. There was a thin white string tied to it. and
Go get it.
something small was attached
What are you
to the
eating?
end.
Oatmeal?
A folded piece of paper that seemed like a note. I stood up slowly and walked toward it.
We got
My
a
heart
wet
pulsated
note on a
faster,
balloon.
even though I did not really understand why. I untied the paper and unfolded it with shaking fingers. It had 5 words written on it. I am coming for you. I stared at the note for a long time, trying to make sense of it. I thought
I'm
the
giving
balloon
up.
had drifted in from a nearby birthday
I'm
party.
letting it take me.
Suddenly, I heard a tapping.
That gave me goosebumps, bro.
The sound was soft at the beginning, but then soon changed into the screeching of wood, like someone was clawing on our front door with their fingernails.
Stay hydrated.
All alone in the house. When I couldn't bear the suspense anymore, I screamed, "Who's there?" The claw
Bro.
stopped.
You just gave it
There
up.
were footsteps
You gotta make it
walking
seem like
away
no
from
one's
the
home.
door. I kept staring at the door.
Why do you have the window open when it's
Inside,
raining?
Banging at it soon, but no such thing happened. I sighed again.
I like to imagine the clown was out there with like 100 red balloons with the same note tied to it, hoping one of them went in his window. He's just throwing it up. Been throwing them up for like the last hour.
Thinking it was probably a cat or a raccoon.
He's blowing out. He's like,
And I spooked myself for no reason.
trying to get to go to the window.
Called out to me from the half-open window. "Hey, kid."
Well, that's just Pennywise.
And saw a man dressed like Pennywise peeking in through
Oh,
the
it's-
open window. His face
Oh no.
looked broken, like it was made of dry, cracked stone, and the paint was peeling into his skin. Dark red lines dripped from his eyes like blood,
Okay.
and his nose was wet and shiny. His eyes were yellow and angry, and they stared straight at me like they knew my name. He smiled slowly, almost unnaturally.
I'm lucky just kicking him out the
I
window.
wasn't meant to move that way.
I'm just drop kicking him out that window.
He would be inside my room.
Bro, run up. Superman. Popeyes! As I was saying.
I was surprised.
Bro, run up.
He spoke.
Boom!
The clown like
Boom! Or just drop kick that window.
ran. I dove behind the couch and crawled into a ball,
Bro,
pressing my
he can
hands over
see
my
you.
mouth to keep myself from crying out. I heard the window slide open the rest of the way.
Oh
The
no.
squishy sound of wet shoes
Click,
touching the
click,
floor
click,
echoed into
click.
the house. He was
Is that-
moving through the house while
'Cause
humming, "Itsy
The water's
bitsy
going in
spider,
between his toes.
the itsy bitsy spider."
Okay, see, this is how I know it's not the real Pennywise when he starts singing that song. So I'm low-key just getting up and bashing his knees in.
Down came the rain and washed the spider out. At this point, I was praying for my mom to come home. The man tried the hallway door. It was locked. He tried the bathroom door. It was locked too. Then I heard him walk toward the back of the house. I heard the
Uh-oh.
back door handle rattle. I heard him whisper something I could not make out. A shadow
I thought he's in the house.
living room doorway. My heart
Oh, he's in the living room.
thought
Okay.
I'd hear it. I stayed perfectly still. Then the front doorknob turned. At the same moment, bright headlights flashed through the living room window.
Start praying,
A
dude.
car pulled into the
Oh, his
driveway,
mom.
and I heard my mom's voice outside. She yelled. The footsteps stopped.
What's
I
she
heard a
yell?
sudden rush of movement. The man bolted out, slamming the back door with such force that the glass cracked and eventually shattered.
See, that ain't
shattering
Pennywise.
shards all over the floor. Then everything was quiet again. My mom burst inside seconds later. She found me crying in the corner behind the couch. I could
Hey,
barely
Mom.
speak. She called the police immediately and told them that she had seen a clown running away from the back of the house. The police searched the area. They found nothing that night.
They probably didn't even
2 days
believe it.
later, they came back. They told my mom that our quiet next door neighbor had been taken in for questioning.
That's definitely him, bro. Bucktooth having a clown.
Found handmade clown
Bro.
costumes in his garage.
Alright.
Various makeups and clown masks. The cops also found pictures from inside other people's houses. It seemed like the man was obsessed with clowns and enjoyed scaring unattended kids for fun. He confessed to it,
Oh.
saying it was a prank, but breaking into someone's house while their kid is home alone.
Okay, at least he wasn't gonna kill him.
Funny. It's
I don't
been
think.
15 years since that night, but I still remember the sound of his footsteps. I still remember the way he hummed that night.
Bro. Again, when he was in that window, should just walked up there and kicked him in the face. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been JT, and good night!